Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Vicky, this is Mum Life Journals, and on my channel I do a lot of unboxing of stationery, sticker kits, stationery stuff for planning and journaling, and I also do unboxing of book subscriptions, so from the likes of Illumicrate, Fairyloot, things like that. So what I'm going to do today is, if you've been watching my channel, you will realise that I was really struggling in using my A5, and I found that I was actually using my compact planner much more. This was really working for me. I stopped using it in April to kind of force myself to use this, which sounds ridiculous, but I do want everything in one place, and I found excuse me, what I was doing was just recopying stuff out of this into more detail into my A5 just to keep up with this as a memory planner. So although this was really working for me and I loved the size, it just wasn't quite big enough for me to use as a full memory planner, because I do like sticking photos in and yeah, just cards and things that I get. So I got a card the other day, and I like to stick things in, and the compact size just isn't big enough to do that. I have bought a B6 2024 half year just to give it a try. So that's been set up ready for July, just so I can give the size a try for next year, and maybe this is the happy medium between having enough space to stick photos and things like that in, whilst not feeling overwhelming. So I will be trying that in July, but until then I need to get on with this guy. I did have this, which is a Kimball Weeks, because I loved my Weeks last year. Again, this is more throw in the bag. Excuse me. Oh, I beg my pardon. Oh, so sorry guys. This is a chuck in the bag, pen only business, so that I can just scribble in it. I was making my weeks look really, really pretty. This is literally lists while I'm out shopping and stuff, and I'm thinking, why am I trying to make this look pretty and neat? But I'm not going into it. I might do more when my head's in a bit more of a routine. As you guys know, if you watch, I'm starting a new job in just under a week. So I'll be needing to write my shifts and probably need this to keep lists with me in my bag. Not overly precious about it getting damaged or anything like that. It is cute, but it is not the same as carrying my compact around with me. So that is there, but not really being used. I sounded really northern then. I have been using this better though in May. So I kind of got rid of everything else, and I've been doing this where I only use the amount of space I need. I did a 1/4 reset, and it has been working for me. It's much more manageable. We've had an awful week last week. We had a member of my family die, and it was my last day at work and my son's birthday, and I cannot tell you what an emotional roller coaster last week was. If I hadn't have already pre-filmed my videos for you guys on the Saturday before everything kicked off, there would have been nothing. And I'm only here today because the only way I can kind of make sense of everything at the minute is focusing on one little thing at a time and focusing on something that's going to distract me. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm sat here in the house on my own, and I'm just going to do this. So this has been working. This is today. I'm just setting up a little bit at a time because I don't know how much I'm going to use, how many days are going to be on that page. And this has been working. I've changed the weeks. I'm now putting lists down the side, which I don't normally do, of what to do that week, when normally I just use it for deco. So that's changed a little bit. Now I'm using this more. I'm putting main things on the monthly, so I know what's coming up, and then I can just migrate it over. But if I'm going to be in this book and try and do the one book to rule them all thing, I'm just going to take this out of here. Then what I found is I do have a reading journal, which I'll just get out. Now, I got this in an advent box, and the idea was to, the stickers, keep up to date with it in here. But I found I'm not coming into it. I mean, I have updated it up to April, but I've got my book bingo and scavenger hunt, and I've got my books read. This is about the only bit that I'm actually keeping up with. And this is because this is the kind of thing I used to do in my bullet journal. I haven't been, and I've kept track of my series tracker. I haven't been filling in the mini review at all. And the review bit, I started off strong and then started not reviewing the books, and now I'm just down to penciling in the books I've read, and I've not done anything with them. So this, and I've nearly run out of an insert. I don't really use this size. I don't really want to buy any more inserts. So this is not working. Now, I do use quite a few digital trackers. I use Goodreads. I use Bookmori, I think it's called, and Storygraph. Just because they show different information. So I use those predominantly to track what I'm reading, and it's handy keeping an eye on, because there'll be times where I think, have I read that book? My memory is awful, guys, absolutely awful. And I will sit there and go, this sounds familiar. I started reading a new Heidi Swain book the other day as a palette cleanser for all the fantasy. I've just gone fantasy crazy, and that is pretty much all I've read for the whole of this year so far, and the end of last year. And I just need a few light, quick reads. So I'm reading the latest Heidi Swain, and I was convinced that I'd already read this book. And what it was is it's set in the same town, and it's like book 3 or something set in that town that's following different people. But I was utterly convinced that I'd read this book before. Now, by checking on Goodreads, I'd realised I'd read book 1 and 2, and this was book 3, and I haven't indeed read this book at all. So that is why I keep a track on what I'm reading on those, because my memory is shocking. So what I want to do in here is, as this is meant to be the book, instead of having my compact and my reading journal and everything else, I'm going to go for it in kind of the second half of the year. She's getting pretty thick, and set up a very, very basic reading tracker in here. Because I'm in this every day, I'm more likely to update it. So that's what I'm going to do this morning. So I'm just going to go to the back, to the lists bit. Where's December end? Bearing in mind, December is not going to go all the way to the end of December. Okay, so we now have a nice blank page there. So that'll probably be my December review right after the 31st. I'll bring you down a little bit. So there's the 31st. That'll be my December review. this will be probably my 2025 review, so I'll leave that, and this is actually where I've put the tab for lists. So I'm going to start it here now. Obviously, this is what happens with these journals. I mean, you can't really write on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just... Oh, she does it. So this is a Rosa Life Planner, and she has nicely gone back on herself. So we've got a nice flat space. Right. So deco wise, what I think I want to use is, rather than use my kits, I think I'm just going to use this. So this is a washi tape. This is a couple of years old now from the washi tape shop. It is just so pretty, and it's a gorgeous pet tape. So I think I'm going to use this. That's not even one cycle yet. That's one cycle. I am not sure if you can get this anymore. I can't tell you because it is at least a couple of years old. So I'll just show you the loop. It's just really pretty. So I'm going to use this, I think. And I've got some of my stamps out. I'll just do a little bit of stamping. I'm just going to play, basically. So how I'm going to start, I'm literally going to pretend I'm in my bullet journal, because this is what I used to do in my bullet journal all the time, and that works for me. So I will probably, let's go with that sort of size. Where's my pencil? And I'm just gonna give myself a little mark all the way across. Okay. And I'm going to cut. Right, I'm gonna need at least, let's just cut this first. Okay, so I'm going to cut this. Not sure how it's going to work in a planner as opposed to a bullet journal, but we shall soon see. All that tear. Okay, so I've taken off that piece because if I decorate the top here, that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. If you need more, what I would do is cut that piece and decorate that piece. I don't think the way I'm going to set it up that I'm going to need more than 4 pages, but I'll have to just use a tip in if that is the case. So this is just a pencil line for now, just to keep it demarcated where I want to put things. So what do I want at the top? I quite like this one. The only problem with the pet tape is because it's got this shiny background, you can't really go under it. You'd have to do the stamping first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp on, I've got some, I like these little letters here. I don't know where these ones have come from. I've just dug all these out of my drawer, guys. I can't remember the last time I used any of these. It was when I was bullet journaling. So I'm going to use this font and I'm going to write out she says I can't do it properly because I need 2 O's. So I'm going to just stamp those 2 first. I'm going to do it here. And get rid of the B. So yeah, guys, awful week. I am waiting to be told when to go back to my hometown for the funeral. So it's not been a really nice week at all. It kind of made it even harder to leave my job that I'm in because they were all looking after me and I'm thinking, what am I doing? Even though I know taking this new job is going to be the best thing for me, it kind of made me have a wobble because I'm going to miss my people at my old job. And then you start feeling all floopy, don't you? And kind of re-evaluating your life choices. So I feel a little bit better now. You know, I know there's nothing I can do. There was a lot of guilt around, could I make it back when I found out in time, and was told by my mum I wouldn't make it back in time. So that kind of left me with a little bit of upset. Is there an O in here? Because then I felt guilty for kind of moving away. But again, I can't not do things just because things might get upsetting at times, because overall the move here has been amazing for the family, and I just need to keep that in my head and not kind of doubt it now just because of this one thing. But it's been hard. I should have put tracker. Oh well. So yeah, I'm just literally trying to keep busy. Unfortunately I couldn't do this to distract myself because I'd already done all my videos. But that was a good thing because I wasn't in the right headspace to be doing anything like this. But now I'm using it as a way to kind of distract myself. So, yeah. Life goes on, unfortunately, doesn't it? Right, so these stamps, I'm pretty sure I got these off Amazon a couple of years ago. This probably was off Amazon as well. This is Archival Ink, acid-free, permanent, waterproof in black. Am I really far over? I'm really sorry, guys. I'm just not paying attention today. I've got my camera set up slightly different to try and help the sound. Please let me know if the sound is better. A couple of people have said it's too quiet, so I am trying something different. So let's get on with these. So Where's the one that I like? This one. So I'm just going to try and take off as much of the plastic as I can. This tape is a fair couple of years old at least, and they weren't really doing kind of pre-cut pet tape when I got it, which would have been amazing, but that isn't the case. So we're just going to take off as much of the plastic as possible. And if I could have had it in matte, obviously that would have been good too. But this and one other was one of the first pet tapes that I ever bought. And in fact, I'm pretty sure I bought it in this and then like a more washy type paper. But I can't seem to find that one, that roll in the move. We did have to move to a rental property before we came to our first house down here, and yeah, so things went everywhere. Right, so I could stick it like that. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. Yeah, it's better. And I'm going to put it like that. Now, I know that's going to go over the book journal, so I will also cut off those leaves. Perfect. So that's going to go there. So I will stick that down because I know that's where I want that to go. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, bum fluff. Okay, this is not going well, guys, at all. Crud. Okay, so the paper has kind of survived. Right, I need that same bit now. Oh, come on. This is not going well so far. This is the problem with the pet tape. It is so sticky. It's just horrendous. So it was that flower, wasn't it? So cut it in half again. Got it perfect when it's like that. Try again. Just going to trim this because I don't want all the plastic hanging over the side of the journal. Just give it a quick trim. Oh gosh, I hope this works this time. Do you know what? After last time. Okay. No, it's too far over. Oh, my days, it's fine. It's fine, we can fill it in with more stickers. Now, will this one fit? Doesn't matter too much if I trim that one leaf off. So yeah, guys, whereas I would normally be getting ready for my new job and getting excited and feeling good, actually it's been like topsy-turvy kind of feelings about everything, and I've had to contact my new job already and kind of warn them I'm going to need to have time off, which is a wonderful start. They've been really good though, really good about it, and said it's fine even though I'll be training, which was a massive load off, that I was not going to have to worry about that, because I was a little bit stressed out about that, thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to go through the funeral when I'm in training. My daughter's just finished her exams, so that's a load off. She's feeling a little bit more relaxed now. So things are starting to come together a little bit now. Just relaxing off a little bit. Which really is what we all need after a really, really hectic and horrible week. Literally, like, you couldn't have packed more in. My daughter was doing her college exams. It was my son's birthday. I was leaving my job. We had the bereavement. It was just absolutely full on crazy and too much for my little brain. I think I just want to put that little guy in the corner, do I? Put that one. And do you know what, guys? Reading your little messages, I can tell you a couple of things about being brave. So it took a lot. So where we've moved to is where my husband, it's not the town he's from, but he's from this part of the UK, which is Wales we're living in now. It feels like we're in a whole nother country, and I regularly get told I am in a whole nother country. But we're in Wales, and I had to leave behind all my family, all my friends, everybody, and everything I've ever known, to come here. And it, on the whole, it has been a huge, huge, wonderful experience. However, what I have noticed is when I needed a hug, or it was just too much last week. I came home and there was like nobody here. My husband was working away like he does, and the kids were in college and school, and I don't have anybody down here. And you might not think it, but those little messages that I get from you guys who watch my channel, the very few of you who are so kind enough to watch all of them, watch all the way to the end to hear what's going on with me, and then message me. Oh my gosh, like, you wouldn't think that a little message from a stranger would make a difference, but because I feel so isolated, and I only really felt it when the bereavement happened, it meant the world to me. So thank you so much for those of you who do message me. It really, really meant a lot, especially last week. It meant the world to me. So thank you so much for that. I don't know whether I want something here. Maybe I just need a little basic washi there. And then I can put a few more florals. Do I want to take up all that space? I think I will. I think I'm going to put this one. So yeah. And if there is any kind of videos that you want me to do, guys, or any anything you want me to try and get hold of or anything, I can't guarantee it'll happen, but if you let me know in the comments, I will try my best to show you. I'm going to do the same with this. I'm going to cut it in half. This tape's just stunning. And I'm gonna, yeah. If I don't go any higher than this sort of line, then I'll have a bit of space to work in. Making a complete mess, complete and utter mess of my desk. Oh, it's so pretty. Now I'm going to do the same here. What this does is it just means that you don't have to keep using more and more stickers. So don't be afraid to cut your journal, guys. So then here, I'm going to come all the way across. Where have I just thrown that bit of tape? I lost it. I'm liking the pinky colours. I've just got rid of the other half. I don't know if it's gone. Aha, there it is. So I'm going to put this guy down here. Doesn't really matter where I put it. They all just kind of overlap a little bit. Make sure you get it in the crease so that your book will fold. And then what other one can I use? Maybe this one. Again, just trim it as close as I can. Stop as much of the plastic going on. Can you still see what I'm doing? I'm chatting away to you and I've no idea if I'm even in shot. I also, guys, despite saying I was going to cancel Graceful Newspapery, I haven't done it. I need to, but it's quite hard. I don't want to. It's just a case of want. I don't want to at the minute. That one, I think, and then let's get that stuck down first. And then, do I want that? Yeah, I want that a little bit. No, that doesn't look right now. So, I think this is looking really pretty. Okay, so what the Dutch door does is it allows one lot of decoration. I'm going to put my lists here, and then, as you can see, your list can carry on. You've got more space, but you've only had to decorate it the one time. So I could go along here. Let me just see if I've got a washi that will go with the colour scheme. Maybe that might be. I do have a floral one, but it's not. These are nearly all Coffee Monsters Co. And maybe that one. I had intended on using this book pet tape from Rosy Life Planner, but I found this beautiful tape when I was trying to find my stamps and things. So I went with that instead. So I'm just pulling out things that I think might go. It's like a greeny one. That's more journaling. Oh, I do have a book one actually. Where's my book one? Can't remember the colour of it. This is more like a brown. Doesn't really go. Okay, I'll just leave it like that for now. So, I'm thinking that's too bright. Quite like that one. No, not that one. And then I've got, I don't even know where this one's from. I think this was just like a random pack, maybe from Temu or something. No, I think I just want the plain checkered one. I'm just going to go with this. I'm just going to put a strip along the bottom, the demarcation line of where that begins. I don't know why I'm bothering to cut this, but I'm not going to because I didn't cut the pet tape. So, and then this is gonna, let's make sure it doesn't, it's gonna come along there. Pretty. Okay, so got all this pet tape all over now. So I need to decide. I was originally just going to put some bars across, write the name, the author, whether it was an ebook, audio book, hardback, paperback, when I started, when I finished. But I don't know if I want to put a little teeny tiny picture. Now I'm not going to have my book journal of the front cover. I think I might want to do that, which means I'm probably going to need lots more pages, but I have space if I need to make more. All you should do is just cut along there, and then that will flap again, and then you just do some more decoration. Excuse me. Right, let me see then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can how small a picture I can do and if it looks okay. So if I go and give that a test, and then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. So I've been playing around. I was playing around with some photo paper trying to print out the front covers because my little mini printer, which is not with me at the minute, it's downstairs, that I do these with, has run out of paper. And then when I'm looking at these, unless I do them half again, in which case it would still take up quite a bit of space, I think it's going to take up too much space. So I'm going to go back to my initial idea. Now, I've pulled out some pens that may go with the colours on here, and we're just going to try them. This is my all-time favourite Tombow, the 942. It's run out though, and I don't think I'll have enough to do it. It's probably too bright for what I want. I don't know why I've picked up blue, but that's not too bad. It does go with the orange. Maybe a bit bright, but we'll keep it out. Again, that goes but too bright. Let's have a look at this guy. Some of these pens, I don't know where I got them from. Oh, that's nice. This is my favourite pink, but as you can see, it is nearly run out. I don't know how much of that would be left. And then my pale yellow, which is pretty too, but we've only got yellow at the bottom. I don't want it to detract, it's going to probably have to be this one. I don't want it to detract away from the writing, but I just want it to demarcate. So I'll leave them for now. So what I normally do, and I just freehand it, so if this all goes to pot, hey ho, is, right, well I need the titles first, don't I? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fine liner in 0.5. This is a Muji pen in 0.5. So I'm going to have title, which can be quite long. So I want title, author, kind of format. So I'll just do title and author on here. Then I'm going to have format, leave a space like that side. Format, that only needs to be small. Star rating, and when I started it and when I finished it, and then that will be repeated on this side when that ink dries. So, and then going to 2 lines I think per book in case the title's long. So just do I need 2 lines? Yeah, because only small. And then I'm going to leave the next 2 white and rinse and repeat and pray that my pen doesn't run out on me. And it just makes it easier to see where the next book is at a glance. It is absolutely bombing it down here today, guys. It is so dull and horrible, and was yesterday too, but we can't complain. We have literally had more sunshine over the spring, over the last couple of weeks, than we had in the whole of summer last year. So nobody's complaining. It has been barbecue central. It's like, oh my gosh, we've got another sunny day. Let's barbecue while we can. Let's get on the beach while we can. Even though you can wrap up and still go on the beach, it is not a pleasant time to be going on the beach. And I'm going to leave it here. There's my little demarcation line there to notify that the page has got a flip. So I need to carry on these lines on this side. My pen is running out. Is that showing up on camera? Just makes it easier to see the books. I think this side's looking way more paler than that side. Might have to get another packet of Super Tips and go over these. These are just the normal Crayola Super Tips. Really nice and cheap. You can get them from supermarkets, you can get them from Amazon. Doesn't always need to be super fancy. Oh, it's running out, guys. I do have a couple of Tombos, but they're running out. And yeah, I will replace the 942 because I absolutely... Oh, this is not working now. We are down to no colour. As you can see. Can you see? I'm just going to persevere just in case I can get a little smidge of colour on. And then what I'm going to have to do is make sure that if I'm writing on this, because I can't wait, I write in biro, because this will, when I try and go over, when I get my Super Tip back, it will smudge everything. Oh no, everything is running out. You get the idea. So that's what it's going to look like, and then you would just rinse and repeat there. So let's just do that now. So I've got one square in, and I'm going to write a title. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why have I spelled author like that? Oh, never mind, I will fix that in a minute. Format. Star rating. Start. And finish. And I've got a little space there if I want to put something else. And then I would just do the lines there too. So that's going to be my very simple book tracker. What I'll do is, rather than waffling anymore, because this video is already getting long, I will put in some of the books I've already read this year for 2025, and I will come back and show you then. Okay guys, so I've put in all the books I've read so far this year. I haven't done the star rating, only because I haven't decided how I want to do it yet. I don't know if I want to try and find some really tiny stickers, if I want to try and get a stamp. I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I want it to fit really neat in that space. And on the edge here, I decided to put the month so I can keep track of how many books I read in a month, because I know this month I've really struggled. But as you can see, this is what it looks like when it's completed, and I have already run out of space. I'm on another book now, and I can't quite fit it on because of how we cut it. So I am going to need, I shouldn't have done it, to do some more pages. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do it now, I will just set up another, well, I'm just going to probably do up to here because I'm going to need it by the looks of it, another washi thing there, and I'll just keep going. and cut the Dutch straws again, but I won't do that this time. But this is what my book tracker looks like in my A5 planner. I need to get another pink pen to demarcate the line, just to make it a little bit easier. So I've got the number of the book, title, the author, the format, the star rating to be completed, start finish date, and the month I read it in. Hope you liked that little video on setting up a book tracker. I should not have called it book journal, I should have called it book tracker, but there you go. With me today, and a little life catch up. If you've stayed all the way to the end, you are so appreciated. Thank you so much. And if you are a returning viewer, please do consider subscribing. I see lots of people coming back to watch the videos, but they haven't liked or subscribed yet, and it really does help me out. Thanks for watching today, guys. Any comments or anything you want to ask for in future videos or anything, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. I shall see you again soon. Bye for now.